Loading previews. People are showing up outside. It's trying. And we'll go live there. 3, 2, 1, and boom. We're live. It's on. So I love doing these spur of the moment things. And I had not looked real deep into Kelsey's Pinterest account or what, the things that were going on her. I hadn't looked at her Pinterest account. I don't use Pinterest very often. I do have a Pinterest account, but I just don't use it. I guess she was active on Pinterest. And matter of fact, so let's see here if I can do this without wrecking my studio here. Let's go to video capture device 3. I'm going to throw this up. Oh, it's locked. Let's move it over here though. So this is her Pinterest account even as I'm on it right now. And you can see I'm scrolled on my phone here. Oh, and we'll go back. We're on Facebook now. Somebody put the link up in there. So this is her boards. We can go to her pin post, which a lot of people have tried to analyze this as I see a blonde. It's interesting. I think it was probably more that she was about to move towards, she was dyeing her hair and coloring her hair, and she had her hair colored and was blonde. It doesn't show a lot of stuff. I see this one here, and I'll look at that one there. Sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives put us directly on the path to be the best thing that will ever happen to us. That's pretty profound, I don't know if it'll show us, if I go to that post, if it'll show us the date it was posted. Oh, it definitely has. All this pain and hurt has led me back to where I belong. It's made me appreciate what I have had along that I took advantage of, all along that I took advantage of. It made me realize my priorities. It made me question my decisions and why I made them. Yes, bad things, hurtful things have happened, but it's put me in a good position to see the positive, happy future. Wow. Let's go back here. Pin post. So we're just going through Kelsey's Pinterest post. Oh no, I'm afraid to read. When you have had a bad day, a really bad day, try and treat the world better than it treated you. Patrick Strump. These are the posts in which she pinned on her Pinterest over the last few months, years. Don't let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Wow. Keep praying. Don't quit. Miracles happen every day. So never stop believing God can change things very quickly in your life. This is Kelsey, what she wrote. I keep praying, believing, and hoping. Have been for years. So far, nothing but silence from my Heavenly Father. I'm on the verge of giving up. Wow, I did not know what I was getting into here. I had looked at some pictures, but I hadn't scrolled through and started poking at the pictures and looking at them as they come up. The giant in front of you is never bigger than the God inside of you. And she says, God is bigger. God is bigger. God always has something for you. A key for every problem, a light for every shadow, a relief for every sorrow, and a pain for every tomorrow. She's screaming out here. You can see Kelsey's writing this. God. It's crazy. Keep praying for your family. God is hearing you. When you do keep praying for your family before God Almighty, you begin to realize when God opens your eyes that your family is much bigger than you. Christ said, "For who is my brother but those that are in my family?" Oh, can I snap that? No, I didn't, did it? Oh, no, I'm going to go back. That's what I want. Oh, shoot. Go back. All right, here we go. Pins. Oh, this one's. God has chosen you to make your blessing to many. Don't blame your situation. Don't be discouraged. Don't panic. Just wait. Hold on to God. Everything has a reason and a season. Kelsey, you have been a blessing to many. You have been assigned to this mountain to show others it can be moved. Yes, I'm feeling this super challenges lately, but I keep hearing a whisper that says, don't stop, keep going. You're on the right track. Trusting the flow, even though some minor moments of doubt and panic. Laugh out loud. Thank God that shit never lasts too long, and there's always a sigh right around the corner. Wow. Kelsey, 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 screaming through her Pinterest. What is true on the mountaintop is true in the valley of faith. God gave us mouths that close and ears that don't. That must tell us something interesting. It's weird. I hadn't looked at this. I hadn't even thought about it. And today something triggered in me to say, go read Kelsey's Pinterest. People aren't against you. They are themselves. Climb mountains, not so the world can see you, but so you can see the world. Isn't that her right there? Man, the pilot. If you're just joining, we're just scrolling through We're just scrolling through Kelsey's Pinterest. Just looking at stuff. You know, oh, I don't know, man. This like it's almost like looking back on on Kaylee's room 1 year ago. Did she write anything in these? Pretty party. Love the hanging umbrellas. Save to Kaylee's room. Just looking to see. Here she goes. Party decor. Set the person. I can't see. So she's just looking. She had different rooms in her Pinterest, little boards that she had marked for the home. Quotes. My style. Do-it-yourself stuff. Flowers. Posters. For the outdoors. Recipes. Above the clouds. Miscellaneous places. Just trying to see the different things that she had posted over the course of her Pinterest time. This has always got to be a fun one to look at for her. That's crazy. P-51 Mustang Bank above the clouds. B-17 Evil Sean. What? What is that? What does that mean? Evil Sean. A bomber? What does that mean? Is that like a code word? If you were talking about B-17, see, DQS words. What does that mean? Does anybody understand what that means? The DQS words. B-17 dash Evil Sean. What does that mean? Does it have a meaning? I feel like... What is that? Why? Interesting. See, she's writing this. Coolest aircraft of its time. Always a classic art decor design. It may be the title of the post and she saved it. I don't know. I think she's... Let's see what some of these other ones say. It's like they're... But those are like the notes written by her. See, like the title of the post is just above the clouds. Right? And, but when you go to this B-17, she wrote this a little, see, save to above the clouds, but she wrote, and it's saved by a different, and Yeah, it's just weird because she wrote that evil Sean. Yeah. What does this say? See, look, in this one, like she wrote fairy tale. Huh. What if we go there? Let's see. If we go to the original post. Oh, it's not doing it for me. I don't know what the crap that's doing. Back roads. I'm more interested in the things that she like may have noted. Oh, I know Burstrong. I know who Sean is. I'm asking why'd she write evil Sean? That's what I'm asking. I don't know, my Pinterest just stopped. I want her to be found too. Looking at the Facebook. I thought this was an interesting picture written by Mindy's mom. I'm going to have to look into this, but I want you to see the AKA Tuttle. This is the last person. There's a different. I don't even want to get into this. But anyway, that's a Tom Smith post. I don't know why Tom Smith is all up in my feed right now. Anyway, we just went through Kelsey's Pinterest account a little bit, read some quotes, read some stuff. I think that God has chosen me um, to make you a blessing to many is pretty telling of whatever, you know. But I'd never gone through and read any of her Pinterest. I don't know why I decided to today. I thought it was something that I wanted to do since there's not a ton going on in the case. May 24th is the next court date. I believe at that court date, Patrick's going to plead not guilty. At that same court date, I believe there's going to be a motion to dismiss, a motion to acquit, a motion to, you know, stop the proceedings. I believe they'll fight the motion. I believe that in the arraignment they'll fight it. But you got to understand that now that they haven't found Kelsey's body, they haven't found remains, they haven't found even significant evidence that points to Patrick other than the testimony of Crystal Lee Kinney. And I want people to understand that you and I, we don't even know her testimony. We know what we heard through Twitter. Even me. And I had a wife that was in the courtroom, in the proceedings when it went down. And all we know is what we know through Twitter. And we're not 100% sure that even the stuff that was mentioned in the pretrial is even going to be able to be admissible in an actual trial. And so I don't think I think I'm getting information. And when I say I think I'm getting information, I'm trying to say this the best way possible without getting in trouble. I have information to believe that there is going to be an acquittal or a dismissal of some sort. I don't know the proper court terms. Because they don't have a body. Now, I don't think they're going to dismiss the solicitation charge. I guess I should clarify that. I don't think they're going to dismiss all the charges, or that they're going to pursue all the charges. They may pursue them all, but to prove the problem is when you don't prove murder, but then you try to pin solicitation on someone, it becomes a real sticky subject. Now, they are obviously painting Patrick guilty, dangerous. They're putting a flight jacket on him for his protection because he's such a dangerous guy. So many people want to harm him. I just feel like there's something that's going to surface before we get to trial that is going to negate Crystal Lee's testimony. I don't know how that is possible, right? So what happens if facts come to light, or evidence comes to light that points in a total different direction than what KK is? See, if they would have found something at the dump, if they would have found something, not even if they would have just found evidence of Patrick, even if it was just his bills, right? Even if it was just something that came from something that they could tie back to him that he dumped, then they could corroborate Crystal Lee's story a little bit. They could say, see, she was telling the truth about the dump. See, we found stuff that was dumped there by Patrick. But they didn't find anything. They didn't even find evidence even related to the case. Nevertheless, they didn't find the body or any remains. And so now they are completely reliant on her testimony, phone pings, questionable stories that Patrick told via a recording that may or may not be admissible in court yet. We don't know yet. And so, and some DNA evidence, which we have been told that the DNA evidence is unknown male DNA. It's not Patrick's DNA. People are like, what about the teeth? I know everybody wants to talk about the adult molars that were in an envelope, that were easily found. These adult molars may or may not be related to the case. And I believe if they were Kelsey's, then this evidence would have been very much spoke of, because this would sign, seal, deliver the story. See, if this is an elaborate plan by KK, Patrick, and according to Kelsey's Pinterest, evil Sean, if this is an elaborate plan, and KK tells the story that I found a tooth, and he tells me to tell that story, and then he knows they're going to find molars, all of a sudden Sean's like, yeah, they'll jump the gun. They'll jump the conclusion that those teeth are, or they'll try to make it look like, right? But then they won't be related to the case. They won't be evidence that can be used against you, Patrick. And so what I'm saying is if this is an elaborate conspiracy to get away with this thing, man, they're close. But we'll see, right? Patrick, I believe, is guilty of something. He's guilty of something. I'm without a doubt believe KK is guilty of something. The question is how did the story in which KK tells, how did it happen? How did she clean up all that blood in 4 hours? How did law enforcement miss blood splatter, but then come back and say we got blood splatter because the parents found blood splatter? How did they miss it? Why has Sean Frazee not been listed even as a witness when he was with Patrick the day of the murder? He was with Patrick the day Patrick turned in the cell phone and you guys did the wellness. Why have you not listed a Colorado Springs homicide investigator as a witness in his brother's trial, but you listed me? There's all these unanswered questions. I just don't know. This thing is as whack job crazy as anything in Woodland Park's ever been. Even down to the fact that Mindy Lee, I about touched on a tweet from Mindy Lee's mom right there on the Facebook, or a Facebook post about the last people to see Mindy Lee alive was the mayor's daughter. The mayor who was later caught and prosecuted for sexually assaulting children. Man. I tell you what, if you wanted to write a book about murders at 8500, you could just go wild. You could start it out with a Pinterest from a young lady that says, someday God has chosen you.
Dad, my mom be home?
Your guess is as good as mine.
When is she?
I don't know. Why don't you go have your sister text her?
Okay.
See. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, man. My little girl's 4 years old. I think about Kaylee being 4 years old, asking questions about her mother. It's crazy. It's craziness. Evil Sean. That's what I just found. Ella's ready for dinner. She's had ramen. She's had what else has she had? Chili. She's had breakfast. That's all they do is eat, sleep, and have fun. Man. I don't know. This case is crazy. The idea that someone could... It's just the whole thing's a mess. From the get-go. God has chosen you to make a blessing to many. That's crazy. That's crazy, Kelsey. Thank you guys tuning in for a little bit, checking out if you're just joining, that we just went through the Pinterest account of Kelsey, just a little bit of kind of the last things that maybe the last thought, not the last thoughts, but the closest we have to a diary right now. Like, we don't have a diary that Kelsey left. We don't have a journal to understand what she was thinking. We have her social media profile, and she was active on Pinterest. And so we went through some Pinterest posts. It's craziness. It's crazy. Y'all have a good day. Stay out of trouble. Probably do something this evening with someone. I'm going to go for a walk. That's what I'm going to do, is go for a walk.